Today on the channel, we're up to some of that old-fashioned monkey business with NECA, Planet of the Apes, General Ursus, and the Gorilla Soldier.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Planet of the Apes unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the latest and greatest, kinda, from NECA. But of course, for all your NECA Planet of the Apes needs and everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And exactly what I did, went to Jay's, picked these two bad boys up. I'm a big Planet of the Apes kid, of course. When I was a little kid on TBS, the old Superstation, they used to show the Planet of the Apes movies all the time. Used to love watching them. I remember as a little kid, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It was such a cool sci-fi story that I really did enjoy. And even more so, I'd go to my grandparents' house, and my grandpa and grandma, of course, had kids. You guys see my dad on the channel, but my dad had a younger brother that was a little older than me. He was a child of the late 60s and the 70s. So if you were a kid playing with toys in the 70s, what were you playing with? Well, probably Migos. And he did have Planet of the Apes Migos I got to play with as a little kid. So I really enjoyed that. Of course, watching Planet of the Apes on TBS, the Superstation, and of course playing with those figures. Definitely very nostalgic for me, and I've loved all the Planet of the Apes movies. I should say the original Planet of the Apes movies. Now, some of the later ones are good. I still have yet to see the last one. I'll get that to do on my to-do list one of these days. But this era that we're representing in action figure form here, just very, very fun, and I think still holds up to this day. I really enjoy all of them, even the TV series, the short-lived TV series, and the animated series. Yes, going all the way back to that as well. And I would love to see more NECA Planet of the Apes figures in the future. Not sure if that's going to end up happening or not. I guess we'll just have to stay tuned. But long story, long way to get there. These were released some time ago, way back in the day. I was not at a point in my life where I had ancillary funds to buy things like this. So I had to imagine myself playing with these figures from afar is what I had to do. I couldn't afford them. Had to just look at them at the store and say, man, I wish I could pick those ones up. Well, now the beauty of many years later, they've been re-released. And as we always say, everything gets re-released for the most part. I got to pick these ones up in my collection. Now, a little bit dated as far as NECA goes in 2025, but still going to be cool for an ancillary shelf in my collection. A lot of us have these shelves where you just, here's a Planet of the Apes shelf, and I can move that around wherever it needs to go. And that's what I'm going to do with these ones as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the review. Let's do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to start off with the Gorilla Soldier. And in a plot twist, we got this Gorilla Soldier basically from Target is where I picked mine up. But it was more deluxe packaging, deluxe style. But I believe the exact same figure. That being said, the Gorilla Soldier's an army builder, so I'm not opposed to having multiple of these in my collection, of course. So looking pretty cool. Smaller packaging than we get with NECA in this day and age. No flip case, flip front on their book. Just a more streamlined packaging design on these guys here. Big window box. If you see him at a con, he'll sign it for you, I am sure. Gorilla Soldier on the side, Planet of the Apes Gorilla Soldier on the side. Then on the back, we do get a little bit of a blurb right there. You got Statue of Liberty shining bright in the background. Collect them all, Dr. Zaius, Zira, General Ursus. And I used to call him General Urso when I was a kid for some reason, but Ursus, I guess, technically. The Gorilla Soldier, the more brutish by nature and heavily armored, the soldiers of the Gorilla Army strictly enforce law and order in ape society and guard against threats from the Forbidden Zone. Punishment comes swiftly for lawbreakers as well as any of the wild humans caught stealing ape crops. And pretty wild when you see those nets being used for the first time. You see these Gorilla Soldiers, absolutely wild. And then the Forbidden Zone, you get to see those people, they remove their masks, faces, whatever. Oh, it's a wild time. Like I said, check out the old Planet of the Apes if you've never checked it out. Definitely worth a watch for sure. There it is. But not the Mark Wahlberg edition. Oh, me and Mark Wahlberg, one of these days, we're going to talk that story on the podcast. Old me and Mark, just two businessmen squaring off against each other. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. plastic prison. And holy cow, why so many twist ties? They don't want this guy going anywhere, as I can see. I've never seen so many twist ties in my life, I don't think. This puts McFarlane to shame. That's how many twist ties we got going on right here. Unbelievable amount. A record-breaking amount for this figure, that's what I'm going to say. I think this is the true leader of the twist tie revolution. They don't want this gorilla going anywhere. Man, he's even hard to get out of the package. There we go. I'm going through the front. Usually I'm a backdoor guy, but on the apes, I like to go through the front. I don't know about you guys. Your mileage may vary on that, of course. Man, oh man, twist ties all over the place. What a mess. What a mess. Oh my gosh, and Cambodian tape. It feels like it, but I don't know. Maybe not as sticky. Not quite as sticky, I guess. Weapons, get all these out. Whoa! Throwing that club around. Where'd that club go? Lost it. Lost it. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, like a young Clubber Lang, we lost the club. We'll have to find it with the carpet monster. But we've seen that club before. It's a little Billy club, of course. Very English, very British is what it is, of course. But we saw that before with the Gorilla Soldier, of course. But looking pretty good, all things considered there. Now, diving into this one here, we do get a little gorilla hand here, a little gripping hand, of course, for that Billy club, if need be. So we do got the hand, very small hand, and one of those hands in the old school NECA stuff where you just bend the hand a little bit, they fall off. So not the best right there. And then we do get this blaster, very primitive rifle. And I respect the screen accuracy on this one, but almost impossible to hold. Now, he does got kind of a trigger hand over here, but it's just a strange weapon that does not hold in the hand very well. Very hard to get good positions on this one, and it just is what it is. But it almost reminds me, you go to like a general store, or you go to like some like tourist trap or something, and they're always selling like rubber band guns where you put the rubber band in. That's almost what this reminds me of. It's like in the shape of a gun, but you put rubber bands in it. You know what I'm talking about. That's what that reminds me of. But like I said, we saw this one before. The other one we got had multiple heads, so it was a little bit more deluxe, of course, so that's kind of nice, but at the same time, it's an army builder, and I hate to be stereotypical, but a lot of these gorillas, they look the same. They do to me, of course, and was it episode number 7 of my podcast, or yeah, number 7, I think. My wife and I broke down the age-old question, who would win, a gorilla versus 100 men? We answered that one in the podcast, so maybe check that one out, but I should have asked in the podcast, now, are we talking gorilla soldiers, or are we talking regular gorillas? What are we talking exactly? But we're talking gorilla soldiers here today. Fluffy face there, a stoic face, not mad, not angry, just kind of, I got to go to work today and be a gorilla soldier face. Hopefully packed a lunch, who knows. But looking good there. Got that big vest over the top. We're used to that. The forearm guards. The purple bodysuit, very on brand for the 70s, of course, looking pretty good. Big old black boots there. He's ready to go through water, do whatever he needs to. He's got the gorilla boots there. Got the sash over the top, of course, in brown. Give him a little extra dash of some color, of course. Arms all the way around for us. Single jointed elbow, side to side, of course. Hands back and forth, side to side. And that's what I mean. You just move those hands just a little bit. They do come off. So I'm not a huge fan of that in the old NECA days. Thankfully, they have switched that. Head back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Big old split. Big old side kicks. Once again, like a young Jonathan Brandis. Shout out Jonathan Brandis. Rip Jonathan Brandis. But don't rip Chuck Norris, of course. Leg up and down, back and forth, side to side. Single jointed knee, side to side. And then you get the ankle, back and forth, side to side, up and down. Does got a hole in his foot. Is he going to fit on a ringside stand? Using discount code Kyle, save 10%. What do you know? We're ready to take on all comers, especially humans. We know they hate the humans, of course, but the gorilla soldier just trying to do his day job, just trying to get by. Little army building action right here in my collection and maybe yours. But now we turn our attention over to one of the main events here. Of course, the baddest guy, I would say, as far as the apes, the chimps, the orangutans, etc. General Ursus, of course, the main villain, and at the end we feel he's even more of a villain than he appears to be, of course, as we know. But a dangerous guy and one of my favorite Migos way back when. Really enjoyed playing with him. I love playing with him, but he was a cool one. He was the big bad guy for me. General Ursus, Planet of the Apes, big window box, J-hook at the top. General Ursus, of course. General Ursus, of course. Then on the back, get a little bit of a Statue of Liberty action, Planet of the Apes. Got the blurb. Let's see what it says about our friend the General. The power-hungry commander of the guerrilla army. He sees himself as the savior of ape society and will do anything to fulfill his mad dreams of ultimate conquest. A skillful manipulator, Ursus uses the looming food shortage to convince the Ape Council that they must invade the Forbidden Zone and exterminate any wild humans hiding there. So he was up to no good. He was playing some political things in the background there, trying to outsmart an orangutan. And we know you can't outsmart those orangutans. They're very, very smart. They're very smart, as we know. Packaging, see you later, put a little spin on it, goodbye. And once again, we're locked down. Unbelievable amount of lockdown on these figures. But here we are. This is the life we chose here, of course, from NECA. Can I get him out of the package in a timely manner? I don't want this to be an all-day thing. I don't want to spend my whole day here, of course. It's too early in the morning to spend all day here. Why can't I get him out, though? There we go. Oh, there it is. Twist ties all over the place. Just making a mess. Get those off the table there. Just making a mess left and right. Whoa, and I just lost the weapon. What the heck are we doing? These things are flying all over the place. It's a wild unboxing here. Wild unboxing. Oh my gosh, see you later. Twist ties through the air. Off the rails if there ever was one, that's for sure. See you later, goodbye. Through the gun, of course, very similar to this one. Once again, not a huge fan of these, but it makes sense to get the most out of your molds and use those a time or two, of course. But of course, we also get an extra hand here. Give that gorilla a hand, but he's got a pointing finger. He's going to do one of these kind of things. Or you never know those monkeys. They're going to give you one of these kind of things. The gorilla, who knows what else they might scratch and sniff. You never know what these gorillas might be up to, but we do get the extra hand there. And then we do get the pistol. Very strange. Obviously on brand, though, but you do get the little pistol right here. I do like that he has a holster to hold that pistol, though, so that is nice to be able to store everything on the figure, of course. But now we're diving into the general here, and he looks like a general. You know he means something because he's got a big hat on. Of course, the bigger the hat, the more important, I think, is what I have learned. And that's why you're wearing that huge hat. It's like a bowler hat, top hat on steroids, Todd McFarlane today. It's way up there, basically scraping the ceiling. That's a tall hat for an important guy on the couch, Todd McFarlane there. But I do like this hat here. Gives him a little bit of extra, and I can just see the guerrilla soldiers right behind him, ready to protect him with their life, really, at the end of the day. But a very angry gorilla. He's got a little bit of an open mouth there. A little King Kong in the face. So maybe a distant relative. Who knows? But looking good. Of course, the vest over the top. Got some extra protection there. Almost like a Knight of the Round Table once upon a time. Got the protection down into the shoulders. Even into the forearms as well. Two open hands over here. You do get the holster on the side we did mention. Then he's got the black boots, the black shoes down here. And then the black, of course, pants going on. Definitely a guy in darkness. And I remember that old Mego when I was a kid. Very dark as well. Loved that figure, as I did say. Now, articulation can be identical to the gorilla soldier, so you know what you're getting with this one here. But definitely the coolest one of the bunch. Definitely awesome to get the baddest of the bad guy. We'd love to see some more of these Planet of the Apes figures re-released. I don't know if they'll ever get to it or not. I don't know about the popularity in this day and age, because you got to follow the money, as Jesse Ventura always says. But I would love to see some of the humans, some of that stuff reimagined, re-released, maybe even some updated figures in the future. Might be just having to hold my breath on that one. But we do know we got 2 more to unbox. We will do a separate video on that, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of stuff. He does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%, though. Always nice to see that. Very, very fun. I am here for it. Bring them all to me. Bring me all those chimpanzees, orangutans, and gorillas. I'm here for all of them. Even throw in a spider monkey, Todd McFarlane. I'll take all of them. I'll take on all comers. I love a Planet of the Apes figure. Love this a whole lot. I'm here for more. So fingers crossed we get more. This might be it, though. We'll see what happens. But what say you guys? You into the Planet of the Apes? You picking up any of these back in the day or now? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. 2 YouTube channels with videos every day as well. And if you want early access to both channels' videos, head over to my Patreon, head to YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to get those early. And, of course, support the channel. You can also support the channel over there, of course, with my book, my brand new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble currently. My new podcast, mentioned it early, The Kyle Peterson Show. My wife and I break down all kinds of stuff every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube, and Patreon channel members, they get early access to those videos as well. So check it out if you want to check out the Kyle Peterson Show podcast. And don't forget, social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So for a little Planet of the Apes unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.